Ethiopia, Africa's ancient kingdom, has been shrouded in mystery since the beginning of recorded history. Ethiopia is located on a high mountainous plateau in northeastern Africa, a region remote from the rest of the world. In ancient times, Ethiopians were continuously at war with plundering bands of invaders, but their willingness to fight turned back all enemies. As a result, the peoples of Ethiopia, who are predominantly Aryan, are free and independent. They are proud of having the longest continuous history of any Christian nation in the world. The major religion is ancient Coptic, the oldest branch of the Christian Church. Although a constitutional monarchy divided into 12 provinces, each with its own governor, Ethiopia is essentially a feudal state. Most of the people still live in isolated villages. These leaders and warriors are highly respected by their fellow villagers. The chiefs owe their allegiance to His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I, conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, elect of God, Emperor of Ethiopia. Ethiopia is a vast country, about 9 times the size of New York State. Most of its terrain consists of a high plateau, thousands of feet above sea level. This plateau is broken in many places by deep valleys and steep mountains. The fact that Ethiopia is primarily populated by a people of Caucasian ancestry makes it unique among other African nations. There are over 100 different tribes and races within the country. Although dark in complexion, most of the people are Caucasian and are descended from the ancient Hamites and Semites. Although Amharic is the official language, many dialects are spoken. Most of the Ethiopians of today are not pure descendants of any one race. The facial features of both women and men are likely to reflect a varied combination of Caucasian, Negroid, Arabian, and Hebrew characteristics. These structures are built of mud and straw, with a thatched roof and a dirt floor. Each family collects the materials and builds its own hut. The people have little or no money, but are self-sufficient. Each member of the family performs some necessary task. An important daily duty for the women is to bring water from the nearest stream or lake. The water supply may be miles away. Generally speaking, Ethiopia is not noted for its native crafts and excels in very few. One of the home industries is basket weaving. Another craft taught in the mission schools is embroidery and fine needlework. Silversmithing is practiced by skilled artisans in Addis Ababa and Harar. This ancient art is not taught in any school, but is a family heritage passed from father to son. Ethiopia has been blessed with fertile soil and sufficient rainfall, making possible varied agricultural activities, including cattle raising. Coffee of high quality is grown in the province of Kaffa. Its export accounts for a large part of Ethiopia's foreign exchange. The national dress is the white cotton shama. Although some cotton is grown, there is not enough to fill the domestic requirements. A program is underway to increase cotton acreage. A great variety of fruits and vegetables is grown and can be bought at all city and village markets throughout the year. Motor vehicles are increasing in Addis Ababa, Asmara, and other larger towns, but it will be many years before motor cars become a common sight. Lions are still found in some parts of the country. There are many hyenas throughout Ethiopia. Baboons are widely distributed and are in great numbers. In the lagoon-like reaches of the Blue Nile, there are large herds of hippopotami. The forests that line the river Juba along the Sudan frontier are a favorite haunt of the mighty elephant. Ethiopia has never had organized big game hunting. The government is keenly interested in protecting the wild creatures, and this vast country may prove to be one of the last sanctuaries for African wildlife. Although some Ethiopians have discarded traditional garments and adopted modern implements, they still reflect the primitive culture which exerts a profound influence on their behavior. Addis Ababa, the capital and chief city, is located on the central plateau at an altitude of over 8,000 feet. Ethiopia has been a Christian kingdom since the first half of the 4th century. There are over 15,000 Christian state churches in the country. The state religion is Coptic, an ancient form of Christianity. The church has great influence with the people and also in government affairs. Public events, such as this celebration on the anniversary of Haile Selassie's return from exile, are usually of a religious nature. People come from distant villages to take part in the activities and to see and hear the emperor. The army has always played a dominant role in Ethiopian life. Just as many young men are attracted into the priesthood of the Coptic Church, many others look forward to serving in the army. This ancient kingdom was an unconquered nation. Although Haile Selassie shares his authority with a council of ministers, in reality, the 20 million people of Ethiopia are still ruled by their benevolent emperor. Haile Selassie is a proud and gentle father, interested in his children and grandchildren. Most of his leisure time is spent with them. The emperor not only has a great love for people, but also a deep concern for all living things. His pets and the animals in his private zoo give him much pleasure. One of the prime concerns of government is the education of the people. An extensive school development program is now underway. Whenever possible, the emperor attends public school events, such as this sports competition. He takes a great interest in the younger generation, knowing that their education and training as Ethiopia's future leaders is essential. Haile Selassie established the Ethiopian Airways as one answer to the country's transportation problems. However, well-engineered highways and bridges must be constructed in order to connect remote villages and towns. This new bridge, spanning the Blue Nile, is being opened with much ceremony. The Empress usually attends all large ceremonies with her husband. Under the guidance of Haile Selassie, the 225th ruler of this ancient kingdom, Ethiopia is gradually emerging from its isolated and mysterious past into the modern world.